Deh, aku mau lagi nge game biar biar progress. Ya Allah, tidak, si power dia diganti. Ini siapa neko nih? Nggak apa deh. Wih, Infering fire. Oke, selesai cuy. Enak banget sih. Ini HP enggak? Oke, anjing. Habis kan dulu. Oh iya, dia nggak main HP ya? Dari pertemuan.
To lantern above, as the Theora
Oh iya.
I have observed.
Oh iya. Baru ya?
Virtuous citizens of Akama, fine and these.
Aglaya, what happened here?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping her in check, but
What?
it is no longer about eloquence or arguments. This has come a lot sooner than I expected.
Yes, this is...
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. There is no glory in winning this debate. But that makes having respect for humans.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya.
Oh, you've done well,
Nice.
Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat with no way out. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you.
Aduh. Jadi HP itu nyalain ya. Aduh. Apa ya? Tunggu bentar. Oke, hijau. Oke.
We all know that Erechrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me. How does the Council of Elders plan to turn...
Let the three titans of calamity be born, and Erechrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those titans, and Erechrysia will descend upon us again.
Halo.
Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages. And Castorus, Idonia's goddess of... With the help of these two heroes, I can promise all of you that Era Chrysia will exist once more.
Yeay.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaia is unfit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir.
Era Chrysia! Era Chrysia!
Castorus? Why are you standing?
You finally arrived, Naxa.
Don't worry, Aglaia. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do?
Papasin gue.
Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era.
Your proposal is much too idealistic.
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Bagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perception. Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls of this majestic holy city?
Could it be that you heard, "Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn"?
After the destruction of the three titans of calamity,
Gue kayaknya
the flame chase journey will
lagi
have
itu anak sama Castorus lagi roleplay kayaknya.
This is bad.
Naxa, pray tell.
kayaknya
Everything
lagi
you mentioned
roleplay.
hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence.
Thank you, Lady Aglaia, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos under
ada-
my guidance.
Ada fish, welcome.
What?
With that, I solemnly
Ternyata yang
promise
datang
that the
fish,
core flame
sama
Lady
datang
Castorus
Ace.
brings back will be personally managed by the Council. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we...
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the flame chase.
Gue sama Gus.
Aglaia, dear Aglaia, what has caused your heart to
Dear.
soften? You also don't seem to be as quick-witted as before.
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the flame chase journey has been preordained by the...
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens' Assembly.
Castorus. What's going on?
Hello.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for a Naxa,
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to add. In actuality, a past that was both long and...
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Professor, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
Udah.
Have you heard of this tale before?
Odisea.
A tale about the ocean gods. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times. Until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom like a tyrant king. The queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, when the queen slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived. Through the use, the princess was reborn. The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous warriors, and all of the town's worse still. The souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Forced to roam the mortal realm, these resentful souls, the terrifying death had
Kok masih kayak
consumed.
ngakut sih kalau
Thereafter,
kalau
our hometown
banyak
fell into
denger
ruin.
jadi agak cepet-cepetan gitu.
Until? Actually, I don't know what happened.
Oh, my.
Serius
It
po.
seems that you still like to whet people's appetites, even so, according to your story, and yet.
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to
My goodness, is this.
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play.
Dragon, huh?
In that case,
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition.
indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area of study.
Oke, kayak customis ya.
Therefore,
Lawakan.
we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say?
I guess it might be the concept of equivalent exchange.
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like... What?
No, I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle.
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar.
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you a question as well, as a form of equivalent exchange?
Of course.
If I imparted my knowledge of the art, would you use it to resurrect someone you...
What? What kind of strange question?
Oh?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I'm certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good.
Leave me for good.
Such a mighty power really existed. After all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face that fateful moment.
Oke.
My time is finally
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. It is a pity that fate is such a cruel mystery.
Is there no other way of...
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one must pay the price.
Mana ya?
Our trial can only be completed when the one chosen sacrifices her life.
Gua tahu lu.
I'm afraid that the prophecy might even have selected a pair of twins for this exact purpose. My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. How absurd. My time is almost up, but what should we do?
Since Chaos is willing to guide all
Chaos.
of us and lead this trial to the end.
That's right.
Trial? But these three people must not have left their names in the epics.
Amphorius' history before the Titans were born. I have long held three hypotheses about
Calypso and this warrior. I seem to have met him somewhere before.
Regarding this Nias,
Of course. Though, I am worried about what will happen
Kursi roda.
once I've emerged victorious.
looks like you have made up.
Yes, this...
Completely separating courage, honor, tenacity, sacrifice, and reason. You really know how to make things difficult.
Make things difficult.
Please, young lady.
I do not understand. Why would you dare to sacrifice yourself?
Because this is our destiny. Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose.
I'm not that brave.
Despite being Death's chosen one, it seems you still don't know how. Let's chat, young lady. Perhaps since there's still time.
Of course. This warrior is Lord Nias. As the embodiment of Nikador's divinity, he entrusted his life to us. That means...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes are the true forms of the Titans, before they attain their divinity. If so, the chosen one of death speaks
Patch
actual.
4,3 ini story-nya 3,2 ya, berarti gue masih ketinggalan jauh. Per patch 4,3 ini Klepon yang agak gratisan buat karakter members tuh masih dikit ya, itu jajaran karakter members gue tuh masih victory in a blink semua anjir.
Alexia? Is the previous form of Thanatos? But her appearance...
Tapi sementara Klepon apa ya, free to play yang Elation tuh agak lebih banyak dan lebih bagus.
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she went, we'll naturally be able to figure out the location of the Death Titan.
Kleponnya jelek. Itu kalau buang full siren, Kleponnya juga jelek anjir.
But before that,
Rebutan
you first need to witness what
rebutan
ultimately
Klepon sama
happened
Hias.
to Lord Anias.
Wah, status anjir. Oh iya. Data stories gua tuh. Bisa juga ya.
Hyacinth, let us both give life a dignified farewell.
Bisa apa ya? Oh, satunya ya. Satunya. Oh ini ding. Oh iya. Ya, lupa. Gue pakai cuma tim story doang sih.
Nikador's courage is...
I've heard that these words are still engraved in Casper.
Lord Nice's honor...
Incredible. I believe that his tenacity...
Before we fought Nikador,
Sealed within this statue.
they used their own body as our city wall.
Honor, courage, tenacity.
And finally, the only thing that remains is reason.
Cheer up, young lady. There is no need to shed tears over a glorious death.
Mission or
All farewells in this world.
No, young lady. As a
Although only a sliver of your soul remains.
To be honest, I don't know either. But I am certain of one thing. This is not an acceptance of death nor apathy toward it. It's not even a feel. I am just enjoying what remains of my life.
Enjoying?
Indeed. Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed the world, and now I have reached the journey's end. When I look back and see the grand epic that I've personally written, how could I not revel in that fact?
But when you depart the mortal realm, won't all of your accomplishments be reduced to nothing? Separation and death are two sides of the same coin.
Finally, let me recount to you a story of the first time I returned from the battlefield. I felt extremely hollow. The calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield but me. When I returned to the city alone, the citizens held a banquet for me that was far from pleasant. I felt as though I was still on the battlefield, and the person who had returned was nothing but it was late into the night by the time the banquet ended. My head still reeling, I returned alone to the barracks. On the way back, I encountered someone. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself by the side of the road. Although I tripped over him and fell, I wasn't angry in the slightest. And maybe because I saw myself in him, I inexplicably asked him a question. Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside? To my surprise, he shrugged his shoulders and sighed.
To someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living afford the same amount of bliss. Now please go away and don't block my starlight.
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and dying?
That's exactly what life is, and death is, but a scale to measure how valuable the journey was. Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. Therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate. Instead, willingly and respectfully embrace it.
The embodiment of strife, telling me about the majesty.
Indeed. I believe that when the fated moment eventually arrives, it is time for me to knock on death's door. When that moment finally comes, let us drink and be merry then.
I knew this day would have...
Are the both of you ready?
Mm-hmm. Elixia, I'm here.
Hey. Aku.
What? This...
This is quite interesting indeed.
Aku terversi kursi rodaku.
Is this... Elixia's sister? Is it... me? Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fatal moment head on.
Even if it was prophesied, do we have no say in the matter? Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
You're wrong, Polixia. I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers. One that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life. Even though I was fated for sacrifice, none of the things that I've experienced will dissipate. Instead, they'll forever live on as memories inside your head.
How could my memories of you ever compare to the actual you?
Well then, tell me, what exactly are we? I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always, always be by your side.
Always be by your side.
We're twins, after all.
Kakaknya siapa? Dia siapa?
All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart and light the flame of death. After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I am certain that someone whom I cherish deeply, if such a mighty power really existed even now, my answer remains the same. This is why, in the prophesied new world, I shall plant the first bud on your behalf. Go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. I shall open wide the entrance to the nether realm. Remember, do not look back on the land of the dead. And do not stop moving. In the new world promised by the prophecy, ask for the price of our equivalent exchange.
Everybody, we've come to the end. Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being, so I was unable to completely fuse their soul into my own body. I'm certain of this now. Before the Titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group of heroes roamed the land, just like the flame chase journey of today.
What a startling revelation. This means that the demigods, who bear the core flames, will also become the new titans at the world's end.
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova, as mentioned in the prop.
This is utterly unbelievable. Besides, those twins in the past, even if they really are Thanatos,
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description. Styxia.
but the people there worship Vagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I have also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia.
Take this.
This is...
The new Sporist masterpiece. The Philosopher's Stone. It was made by
Philosopher's Stone.
transmuting
Wait.
all of the sages' wisdom
Harry
into a
Potter.
single entity, with their flesh and blood as its foundation. The new Sporist masterpiece. The Philosopher's Stone. Remember? I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering, and ascension. This process also applies to the pursuit of truth. Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown, allowing you to reform the door to the nether realm and discover Thanatos' fate.
You still look as confident in your victory as ever. But what if your conjecture is wrong?
Simple. I shall merely admit to the entire world that my experiment was a failure.
Simple.
However, my line of thinking will not fail because I have already planted the seeds of doubt into the hearts of the masses. Actions speak louder than words, Castoris. With the assembly about to begin, don't forget the promise you've made.
I've already searched for so long. I'm willing to try one more time. While we converse, her life is also slowly but before I leave...
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul. If we are to prove its existence, you must take the final step. Go. Do not disappoint me.
I understand.
Hey, child of humanity.
Don't get antsy. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions.
I merely wanted to ask, was that stone transmuted from your heart? If so, rebirth is no longer an option for...
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although you saved my life, I also lost my soul in the process. Now I'm merely forsaking my body.
Why are you always finding ways to die? Isn't it good to be alive?
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform into the purest of them all.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all?
No, it's just the opposite. If my hypothesis is correct, it means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
Saya juga. Aku balik ke aku saat ini.
That's a lot to take in at once.
Lady Aglaya, you know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kindness. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world. But I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, the danger nevertheless remains. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over the Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides, someone has to make this trip to bring back Mrs. Soul.
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that great performer who has weaponized your wishes and placed us in this difficult situation. A world without death.
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can to resist it and protect what I aspire to achieve. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows is moot.
Aglaya, minta ampun.
I am not going to punish her for that. I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your true thoughts. Styxia. I visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents. Go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death, Castoris. I too look forward to your journey. I wonder what kinds of new interpretations your completed story will bring to the Flame Chase journey.
Thank you, Lady Aglaya.
I hate to put a damper on this part. If Styxia is now an island surrounded by the...
The answer is quite in the mids. Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity. I'll see you at Memorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide to finding that ancient.
Downhung isn't back yet. Huh?
Pagi 7:10. Masih jauh ya. Udah 10. Udah seminggu ya?
It's squishy.
Wih. Tadi kita muncul-muncul ya di peta-peta tali. Yo, lawan coy, what the fuck?
Future is great. Have some sunshine. Touch your flip. Snow blue. Score the sky. This backup is god tier. Unlimited firepower.
Basic attack pas lo.
Wiped him out. That's all the spark you got. Guy with the ring. Leave it with me. This backup is god tier.
This ends it all. Tempered 1,000 times.
This backup is god tier.
Down hung isn't back yet.
Hey, friend.
Hey,
Is this
friend.
finally over?
Kita memenangkan kekalahan yang telak.
What a glorious defeat. You sure know how to look on the bright side. Well, moving on. I was hard at work even while you were... I borrowed a mountain of books from Cass to see if I could find a way to solve your problem. Only 32 books. Really? Oh, that's fantastic
Useless
news.
banget, Cok.
I knew...
Tidur.
You're right.
Good night, Mem. Good night, Hakama. It is nighttime.
Emang iya. Masih ke 3B.
Cass? Lady Treeby, is something troubling?
I just wanted to speak to Lady Trian for a bit. No matter how breathtakingly beautiful Styxia once was, the place is now the domain of the departed. There is no telling what we'll encounter there. I don't want to have any regrets.
Has anyone told you that your eyes are sparkling to...
Is that a figure?
In the past, when you did smile once in a while, all of us could see that your heart remained troubled.
Lady Treeby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely...
Cass, you hardly ever talked of your past. None of us knows what you went through, apart from Maggie. But we know it must have been filled with pain and hardships. As it is the fate every Chrysoceres does. We are just happy for you that the core flame you're meant to inherit has finally surfaced.
Isn't it a little too soon to say that?
But you already know where tomorrow is. There is no need to rely on anyone else, because we embrace others to comfort them.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. This
Pluk,
feeling
pluk, 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 pluk. Ya kali bisa.
hard to put into words. I suddenly found myself with so many wishes.
Then go do it, Cass. Trian was actually working on a surprise gift for you. It's a pity she didn't get to finish it. So, let's meet back here when you return from Styxia.
Oh, nggak balik dong.
I can't sleep.
Tuk 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 dan hing. Siapa ya?
It's me. I hope I didn't wake.
Di usiaku ini sulit sekali tuh bisa tidur.
I'm glad to see you're as full of life. I'm here because if it isn't too much to ask, Not to worry. It isn't a long way from here.
Kita ganti tim pakai tim lama tambahan. Kita sambil tunggu apa namanya? Sambil nunggu siren rerun. Pakai ini ya. Sipe. Bisa prestel lah kan. Banget. Ini karakter paling baru nih. Konten Let's Play. Jadi tim lama yang update-nya dikit.
The streets are packed.
I want to vote. Tell me how I can vote.
Take your ceramic shard engraved with the Kefali rune.
The Council of Elders? More like the Council of Buffoons? The Black Tide took my hometown long ago! Who are they kidding with bringing back Eracrysia? It's all a sham to create their own Eracrysia in Akama!
The Titans are just.
Oh, please.
And I pray that Talantan smacks some sense into you with their scales.
Ini omongan gak ada yang soft spoken ya.
That was quite a spectacle.
Lagi-lagi hari yang damai. Aku juga suka menonton orang bertengkar.
I suppose peaceful is to this day. I still find it almost unreal that Akama is the only place illuminated. This peaceful sight is
akhir zaman.
Before coming here, I had lived for many years in Idonia, a city of rime and frost. Traditions that I played a major role. Yes. You now know me as the Mortician of Akama, but back in those days, I was Idonia's maiden of war. I was trudging across the frosty plains on my own when the Idonians found me. They saw the curse in me as a blessing from Thanatos. I was expected to grant merciful deaths to war captives. Yes. No matter how kind or cruel the means, nothing can change the essence of death. Taking away someone's life is never worthy of religious worship.
Oh, penting banget.
I can't do it. Their voices, they pierce my ears. The pleading. Thanks.
I know, but you must respect those walking.
What you're asking me to do is no better than the task of an executioner. And yet you want me to respect myself. No matter the titles, I am still taking away human life.
This won't be the first time that Idonia's fanatical nether warriors have faced death. On the contrary, recruits new to the battlefield often run away from their first fight. Death is the mightiest and gravest power.
That's such a twisted reason.
Then let me in Idonia, The great swords commonly used by executioners are called draconian. The sword has 3 air holes along its body. If the sword is swung down swiftly but should the executioner have any hesitation, the holes would produce. Every executioner after Dracon is to hone their sword skill. Pain for the dead. You misunderstand. I'm asking you to consider the source of the dead's suffering. Go, walk with the dead, and...
Please, don't kill me.
Ya Allah, cukup mele. Masalahnya kita nggak tahu pokoknya apa aja.
This is your duty. Remember.
Thank you.
Gue nggak tahu alasannya apa, pokoknya enggak sih. Kecuali aku sudah terbuka, nah itu baru boleh mati. Tidak bisa.
If you cannot learn to accept death, this is your last chance.
No.
Oh.
No.
Posisi balik sih lu.
May you gain some insights through his... No. This is just the beginning of your...
You executioner!
Pernah kita?
Do it then, executioner. I curse you.
Why? Please. Grant me release. When will this ever end?
I have a final resting place.
You're not that old yet.
No. For I have come to fear my declining health. Castoris. Will you give me one last chance? Child, it was I who brought you here. From the frosty plains and set your farcical fate. And I've always known that you have doubts and even anger. Indeed. Yet you can end any sinful life with just a touch of your fingers. Shouldn't it be easy?
It doesn't matter how lightly the Idonians take death, or how readily...
I've taught you and cared for you as my own daughter all this time. because of this blessing. In the eyes of an Idonian, death is the end of all life. A destination we will all eventually reach. You can only live your life to the... And when you do, even if you eventually leave Idonia's protection...
No!
Come now. Show me that you are
Oh,
a
selesai
fitting holy maiden.
Selesai juga kali ya.
Come now. It's time. I
Oh,
already
lawan
told
musuh.
you all that I know. Show me that you are a fitting holy maiden.
Lagunya yang bagus ya.
Or at least that you possess the resolve.
Gak bisa Cok.
A nudge from your companion.
Dah,
May death protect us!
saya aja Cok.
You're lost.
Oh belum.
May this dispel blue, star the skies. Shall remember this now. Have some sunshine.
We can do it!
This ends it all.
Life is not so smooth here. Future is great. May this faint dispel blue, star the skies.
Nggak juga.
Scores are settled here. Tempered 1,000 times.
This is being in sync. Mimi! Guys!
I will bury you.
This was the last time I followed her command. I gently touched the elderly woman before me. The executioner, who had seen too much death, died the same way as everyone else. I gasped for air, a wistful look in her eyes, and a barely perceptible tremor. Elder Amunet,
Kita pagi
the
main
person who
Wedding
tried
Fest
to
kali.
teach me
Kalau bangun.
about death, ultimately vanished like dew in the morning mist. I have nothing but respect for her. I erected a cenotaph in her honor in the marshes outside Idonia's city walls. It was a long, long journey. I heard so many discussions about death along the way. Life finds meaning in death. It seems the most terrible darkness in this world. How did a disappeared titan become the deepest fear of humankind? And why do they haunt my dream? I continued my travels to seek an answer. I just want to know if my touch, if my embrace, can do more than taking things away. Can I make anything?
I don't want to die. Please,
Dia ada ini aja, baru tahu.
I don't want to die, please. I don't want mercy like this. Just let me go, Ethan. I don't.
Oh. Ada anime, coy.
I hate these icy hands.
Aja ya, telat setahun. Ngikut ini nih, ngikut apa nih? Ikut Nike nih. Nike kan suka di gamenya bikin anime apa video-video ala-ala anime gitu aja. Oke lah. Uts.
The Reaper has blessed your hands. Only you can grant them peace.
Ayu. Ayu anjay.
Embrace death. Walk alongside it.
Terus coba main Goddess of Victory 3 lagi tuh, habis kayak gini ya. Oh, belum selesai tuh, masih panjang. Battle of Panahin.
Is that you, Casterus? All of them
yang tadi tuh,
have gone, heeding death's summon, crossing into their domain. I must go too.
Jangan.
I don't fear it, just I have some regrets. Watching people leave this world again and again, it must be lonely for you. You must want to desperately embrace them before they go. I can't. These hands, they're too cold. But Big Sister Casterus, your hands are so warm. Just like anyone else's. So go on. Don't hold back.
Give me a warm hug.
Tahu ada ini pada kapasitas 3,2 dulu sih ya. Jadi
really be warm.
Siapa kamu?
On the day that Oryx's trial ended, I felt just as confused. Why, as someone from beyond the sky, were you so cruelly dragged into Amphorius's fate? I wished I could take action, but no matter how hard I try, I cannot simply interact with. Even when we brushed against each other with an almost unattainable hope. When I thought that perhaps my touch would no longer bring sorrow, fate declared to me, but that your soul no longer belonged to this world. And did I really think this time would be any different? Having walked such a long road, I am still unable to find the answer to life and anything I wish to hold on to. Death will inevitably rest from that moment on. I lacked the courage to confirm it again. But now, perhaps I might have one last chance. Long ago, Trinan read a prophecy to me. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm. I found no surprise in it. For embraces in this world are born of reunions. Yet, my touch speaks only of farewells. In that moment, I had no doubt that and yet, things have taken a turn for the better.
Sampai malam. Sebenarnya mau bentak doang sih.
Now that I can finally have an audience with Thanatos,
Emang nggak jauh. Aku
perhaps
sih mau
I can
live
rewrite
pagi.
the meaning
Pengennya
of
sih.
that faded prophecy.
Mau ditemenin. Gak, maksudnya bukan kamu nemenin saya, gua nemenin Anda, aku nemenin Anda.
For your sake.
Tapi kalau udah nggak ada urusan ya paling udahan habis ini deh. Nah, harus perbaiki jam tidur. Bisa jujur padaku. Wih, nah itu lagi deh. Itu dia yang tadi niat banget.
Let's put that aside for the moment. We've arrived. I want to retrieve a small gift I specially prepared for you. The journey to seek an audience with the Death Titan cannot be an easy one.
Terus wajahku.
No, it is. Look, it's right there.
Ih, si scroll.
Huh? Where?
Ayo diambil.
What's going on? I am not some corrupt. The coin of Zagreus.
Oh,
and
jiper.
No doubt about it. It's a Lady Cipher, the demigod of Zagreus whom Lady Aglaia had spoken of. So many years have passed. Let's just do as the slate says and look for Lady Cipher.
Kucing pencuri.
Look, it's right there. I must pursue her.
Udah minggu lagi coy. Iya, tanggal 24 masih lama ya. Tanggal belum ada sih. Jadi baru berapa sih? 40 loh. 40 masih jauh banget sih. Ini nggak selesai-selesai nih collab. Ini aneh sih, cuma gue gua salah satu player yang gua malah justru nyesel gacha ya buang. Sebenarnya nggak senyesel itu sih. Gua kayak
This is a trick she left for us. She's incorrigible.
tuh. Sapu terbang Harry Potter.
It's about time to do some exercise.
Exactly the kind of...
Gak mau dia.
We must pursue her.
Bumi kanan dia kesel aja. Aduh. Dia mau waktu, jadi ayo langsung aja yang paling kiri. Kamu berhasil mengalahkan dirimu sendiri. Maria Mark. Gagal aja.
Lady Cypher, please come on out.
You're still careless as ever. Shouldn't you keep such a precious gift near your...
Since you know it's a gift for someone else, please give it back to me.
Now, since I know it's a gift, that just means I need to milk its worth.
Name your price. I'll give you however much you want. I'm sorry.
Why don't you two come over to my place?
Piece of cake. I can do that even if I can only sense your...
Alright, I'll see you there. Everyone cool with me collecting a deposit before we reach...
Where did... she's incorrigible.
Jalan-jalan. Udahan kali ya? Cukup kali ya kayaknya ya. Yang penting progres sih sebenarnya. Cuma 4. Oke. Kalau nggak ada yang mau disampaikan lagi, ya udah terima kasih udah mampir di Klepon Kliwon. Iya, bentar doang sih. Yang penting progres. Ini gak main Rekonos di sama agak tiba-tiba sakit tenggorokan nih kayaknya. Udah ya. Thanks for watching. Kita ketemu lagi pagi ya, tapi 50-50 lah. Dan gue di